All right. Working on this here. Anything?
No.
What's happening?
I have no idea.
Hi, everybody. And nobody's here. Perfect, says, I see and hear you. Okay.
Oh, yeah, there it goes.
Cool. Yay. I think it was just, I think I had to reboot it. Let's see if that's going. Oh, that's the old one.
Here I go.
Yeah, here. I got it. I'm over here. I'm good. One moment, please. We're just getting our
bearings.
Shit.
It's been a few months.
Sorted out. Yeah, give us a moment here.
We could do this.
We can't. Go to channel. 5.
There it is.
There we go. Okay. There's nothing funnier than a joke being told the second time. All right. Well, wait for the... Now it says there are no viewers. That's funny. Oh, who cares? I don't understand that, but whatever. It's technology. Who cares? I'm just waiting for everybody to come back. I love that we chased off like 10 people. We're back, I swear. Oh, it says... Oh, okay, good. You see 9. We say 0 over here, but that's fine. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Hi, everybody. Welcome back. And if you never left, thanks for staying. Yeah. So, a little piece of advice for everybody. It's too far away. I got to fix it.
Lock it in and rip the knob off.
I won't be using that much, but it is damn hilarious. Okay. So, we're going to get started. I know I should talk into the mic. We're going to get started. We are doing a year interview. We got 11 people on there now. That's okay. Cool. We're doing the year interview, which I hope for everybody, this is the last year in review that they have to endure now that we are in February of the following year. But yeah, we're just going to kind of go over all of the scores on the games we did last year, of which we determined there were 18. We'll talk about all this once we start the podcast, which I will be doing briefly. So once I do, we'll do an introduction, do a regular thing, and then we're going to call Robbie and John, and we'll all shit on each other for the scores that we did.
Should we plug them in and just have them mute for the intro, and then we'll do the intro, and then they're right there?
Maybe.
That's why you keep me around.
Man, I was ready to start the show, too, and now you're fucking me up.
I was ready to start the show a while ago, and you fucked it up.
Yeah, it's true. Hi, Brooke, by the way.
I'm joking. You didn't fuck it up.
Maybe I did. Let's see. Roadcaster. Let's connect that. Get that guy going.
Oh, you're going to want to get Discord going.
Yeah, I know. I got to do one at a time here. Give me a minute. Ugh. Shut up, Dad.
Discord was whack. Crack is whack.
Let's see. Where's get this streamer mode out of my face. I need to see my friends' names. I can't read them. There it is.
You're old.
No, it's because they were truncated. That's why. They are R ... Okay.
Old.
That's true, but you don't have to say it. All right, let's call John real quick. We'll get him on.
Who's this?
Rock'em Sock'em Retro. Hey, you there, John?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we were just talking about this other John. Sorry, John Miniart is in the chat. We miss you. We miss you so much. I can hear
John.
you
I
just
asked
fine.
about that.
It's not the LJN podcast if we don't have several Johns mentioned without saying which one we're talking about.
Yep.
Hey guys, good to see you.
Yeah.
That sounds really bad. We're talking about several Johns.
Yeah, I know. We'll get Randy and Smokey. We'll get Smokey in here. Let me call Robbie. Okay. We'll get Robbie going.
Yo.
Oh.
Sneed's Feed and Seed, formerly Chuck's.
Huh?
Nothing. That's a Simpsons joke.
I didn't even hear it, honestly.
He says they go to that place where Homer's trying to buy like bait, and it's like, I think it's Sneed's Feed and Seed, formerly Chuck's.
Oh. Is that post-season 9?
I don't know, but it's a funny joke. It's a sign out in front of a building. Because if it was Chuck's, then it would be Chuck's F&S.
I get it.
I can't say dirty words.
Didn't grasshoppers kill Chad Everett?
Why are you so quiet, John?
What are you talking about?
John's quiet.
I'm turning them up.
John is quiet. How do I sound?
You sound good.
Sounding a little on the speaker to me.
There we go. Okay, better. How's everybody's levels?
Mine sounds good to me. That's
You sound good now.
okay.
Robbie, you hear him okay?
I can hear him fine.
Okay, cool. What about Jay?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
Bullshit.
All
Hi.
right.
Hi.
Wow, this is a riveting live stream. I hope everybody didn't walk out already. We're down to 4. That's 4 on my end now.
Says 11 over here. We're good. Shut up.
3 of us are on the
you.
actual.
We ready? We're getting started. We're getting started.
All right, go. Just
All
let it roll.
Mute
All right.
them.
Yes, sir. I'm muting all this. Hold on. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Count us in. That's too quiet.
Oh, my
All
God.
right, do it again. Count me in again. Ready? 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the Lost Joystick Network, episode 60.
What? We did it.
We might have actually done it this time because there's been a lot of episode 60s floating around out there. That's the word on the street. But I think this is the real one.
Yeah, I noticed that. It did say 60 on a couple different of the spreadsheets I was looking
Yeah,
at.
it sure did. So this is the real one, folks. The real episode 60. 6-0. The big 60. Why is it that people make such a big deal about 50, but 60 is not as big a deal? Why is it 5s and 0s that we celebrate, but 6 gets shit on? Because I'm like
Base 5, base
screaming towards 50. I'm like 18 months away, and I'm kind of thinking 60 sounds better. I don't know. Anyway,
God, you're almost 50, aren't you?
I am.
Holy shit.
You sure should ain't acting like it. I'm your host, Mike. Joined as always by my co-host, Jay. Jay, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Welcome back.
We really didn't plan on any sound drops. We could use that one too.
We could have. We
That
didn't
would've
plan
been a
this
good
out at
one.
all. We'll use
No.
them again later when they don't make any sense.
We'll do it on the next year review.
Exactly. Which we'll forget or not do because we'll have quit or whatever. How you been?
Good. How about you?
Don't lie to me.
Okay, I haven't been good. I've been terrible.
I know. No.
I'm good now.
Everything good? Good. I know. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that. Me too. We have had a bit of a break. It's been a very busy time in both of our lives, and especially the holidays. And I don't know if anybody has heard, but there were some football games played in college.
Oh, God.
And
Yes, there were.
man, 15-0, number 1, defeats Alabama in the Rose Bowl, crushes number 2 Washington in the national championship game. Your University of Michigan Wolverines, number 1, 2023 college football champions. So that's the sports update. I just had to get it out there that they're number 1. What about you? How's that drink? Sounds
Delicious.
that's spot. What's in this? Sprite? Good. You're on a sports podcast, Robbie. That's true. Sorry. Don't do it. I know where you're going with this.
Well, you do that on a sports podcast.
Oh, that's right. On a sports podcast, you have to
Lock it in and rip the knob off.
just some reference for that sound bit. That was when my voice was totally fucked. And I had been waiting for it to get really bad so I could record that exact clip, which I did.
Yeah.
So here we are. All right. Well, good. Everything's good?
Yeah. I'm
Cool. Good update for not being around for like 4 months. This is awesome.
I think so. We're getting right into it.
Yeah. Have you
We
been
got-
doing
we
anything?
got
Have you played any games in the past few months? Have you?
I have.
We'll talk about what you acquired, but we'll get to that. But what have you played?
Did Robbie hang up?
No, Robbie's still on. I'm sure of it. He talks a lot of shit, but he's right there.
Oh, yes. Should we unmute them? No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll get to him.
All right.
Don't worry.
Okay. Sorry. I played.
Jay, this is our time.
Oh yeah, that's right. I played. Well, I got Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Played that.
Yeah.
And beat that.
What are you playing that on?
PS5.
That's the most current PS I've heard.
It is.
That's cool.
I haven't really got anything else. Been playing a couple Super Nintendo games. Nothing crazy though. Just kind of fooling around with some stuff.
Did you see any professional football games? Perhaps?
I did.
Yeah? Would you? As we revert back to the sports side very briefly, because for the first time in 66 years, I think.
It's been a good couple months in Michigan.
It sure has.
So
the Detroit Lions won 2 home playoff games, which is twice as many as they've won my entire life, plus 20 almost.
And unfortunately lost it, but made it to the NFC Championship.
And that's okay. There's hope, which I've never had.
No.
Again, 48 plus years of living, and I've never had hope until this year.
I mean, it could be worse. We could be Bears fans.
Oh, woof. No thanks. Justin Fields and Ryan Eberflus. I'll take our coach and GM of the year. Thank you. Yes. Anyway, moving on from the sports.
Back to games.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I played anything else. I don't think so. I really fell off on Sea of Stars, and I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because I know Clearvis and John were both pretty big into it. I think John beat it. I'm sure Clearvis did too.
They said they both did.
Yeah.
I remember they told us they did.
I haven't beat it yet. I need to get back into it.
All right.
So, what about you? Play anything?
You know how I roll.
So, Tears of the Kingdom. No Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes.
Oh.
Played that for a little bit. Got back into it.
Oh.
Then decided I was going to get into Donkey Kong. I got the Donkey Kong cab, right? So I sat down, played that quite a bit, working on my high score in Donkey Kong. I'm up to 93,800.
So close.
I'm trying to get to 100,000, but it's that stupid spring stage on level 4 that kills you, and just getting to it is hard enough. And then you get to it, and it's like, okay, you have to like wait for the short spring, and then you run over, and then you wait for a long spring, and then you run over. And as you're running over, you have to look to see if it's a short spring, because if it's a short spring, you have to go up the ladder. But if it's not and it's a long spring, you have to go back and wait for another short. That's how it goes.
It's a lot of springs.
It's really a pain in the ass.
Springy situation.
Yeah, it's dicey. But yeah, I've been playing. I played Donkey Kong. I played Zelda, and then I restarted Tears of the Kingdom. I went back to it.
I'm surprised. I thought you liked Breath of the Wild better.
I do, and then now I'm going back to it. And I'm trying to look at it again and be like kind of honest, because at first I was like, this game's so aggressive, and they're always trying to fight and blah blah, and there's so much going on, and that's all true. But it's less overwhelming the second time through. Like this time, I'm like, okay, cool. I know that there's always gonna be stuff around. I got to be more careful. I can't just run forever and expect to see nothing.
Gleox, isn't it?
I avoid those right now because I have like very, very few hearts.
That's the only thing I can remember from that game.
The Gleox are pains in your ass. You learn how to fight them, but I can't do that. I would get smoked right now. Video sound still good for everyone? I hope so. It looks like it's good on the YouTube stream there. I don't know. Hope so.
Should we unmute the boys?
No, we got to talk about collecting.
Oh, okay, cool.
Then we'll add them in.
All right.
Right?
Yeah. I didn't know if we were just going to go off the rails for the whole thing.
Well, we got to do some collecting, right? So we'll do that. Unless you have something else. Is there something you want to...
Yeah.
So, Jay,
Mike,
it's been 4 months. You bought anything?
Spider-Man 2.
Go on.
I already talked about that. I beat it. It's done. Threw in the trash.
Thanks for tuning in, folks.
We have a link tree.
So that's it. Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You got some shelves?
Yeah, I did get.
You got some shelves?
I got some shelving.
Got some shelves
for my Super Nintendo stuff.
Yep. Which, we're still accumulating over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on.
That's about it.
That's it.
Yeah, I haven't really gotten any more games or anything. I don't know if we talked about it last time. I got the actually John from Rock'em Sock'em
Yes.
gifted me a Ken Griffey Jr. baseball Super Nintendo box.
He did. That is correct.
Just the box. Didn't give me the whole thing.
Yeah.
That would have been ridiculous. But it was still very nice that he gave it to me.
Who's having all these video problems? What's going on here? Twitch is like giving us grief. Do I need to leave Twitch up on my phone so I can see if it works?
I can pull it up.
Video is good for me still. I don't understand. Like, I'm not. That's really weird. It seems like. Oh, okay. It's Twitch, not you guys. I hope, because it seems like it's fine.
Yeah, it's
What the hell?
nothing. You guys could just imagine what we look like.
Why? I haven't done anything. Thank you, Johnny. Yes, we've never looked better, he says. Something's wrong. I can't hear Johnny.
But
I don't need to see you. Okay, I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm not sure why we're having such struggles tonight with this thing. It's so weird because, like, YouTube is rock solid. I don't see any problems over there at all. It looks fine.
yeah, YouTube's fine.
I don't understand. Okay, well, it sucks tonight. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out because can't go back now. Let's see. Let me make sure I'm not doing something wrong here. That's the live overlay. You can't even see the overlay or anything. That's what's weird. Huh. I don't know. Some people can see you. It's got to be Twitch. Yeah, he's right. Okay, move on. It's fine.
Yeah, because I'm on Twitch and it's just a black screen.
All right, we'll leave
So
it.
it must
Fine.
be Twitch.
Whatever. If you have a problem with the video, move over to YouTube TV. It's on Facebook Live or whatever too, or YouTube Live, whatever the hell they call it. I don't know. So sorry, we'll have to. Maybe it's a Twitch problem. I don't know.
It's got to be a Twitch problem.
Okay.
Just saying.
So you're good with the collecting. That's it.
I'm good. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I'm done.
All
What
right.
about you? Anything? It's been months.
I have a few things. Nothing. I didn't really get that much.
Which is kind of
Right.
shocking.
I know it's weird. Let's see here. Number one, I got the high score saves for my Donkey Kong machine, which allows me to save scores even after you turn it off or unplug it, because Donkey Kong or those old Nintendo cabinets don't save your scores at all. Even if it's plugged in and you turn it off and on, it loses them. So that's cool. I like that. It's been nice to be able to keep track and all that stuff. What else? I think I got I know one more thing I got, but I thought there was one more thing beyond that, and I can't remember what it was now. What did I get?
Did you get any games?
I can't really remember.
Ooh. Did you get a Christmas present?
What was my? Oh, I got a Christmas present. That's what I was going to get to.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, I'll do that.
You got that?
Oh yeah, the Polymega. That's what it was.
You're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, the Polymega showed up. I pre-ordered a Polymega per Johnny Iucci's advice from the Collector's Quest, who's in our chat right now, and I don't think can see us. And well, no, it sounds like he can now. He's on YouTube video.
There you go.
And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. I don't know if I have a use for it. I have a whole purpose-built area, and he said it's great, and I agree, and I'm sure it is. And I'm just like, it sits there, and I'm like, I don't know. I have a whole purpose-built area with like a PVM and an RGB switch and all these consoles, and it's all fancy pants Mike Pitt stuff, because I always have to have fancy stuff.
I just like that I pointed to Polymega. You're like,
I forgot. And yeah, and then Johnny in the chat said, it's great. I know it is. I know. I might keep it. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Somebody made me an offer on it, and I'm teetering it. If I don't take the offer, I'm keeping it. Tear down the rest of the junk. The old man collector room, like they would call it on Collector's Quest. This is all the old man collecting goals I have. Like all these consoles are hooked up. There's a PVM. There's a top loader. I've got the Tower of Power. It's all a Jaguar.
don't you have all that?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. But that's like how old people collect.
Oh.
So, that's what, like, in 2006, people would have been like, ooh, that's cool. Nowadays, they're like, get a Polymega, you old man.
You are old. Remember we talked about that earlier. You're
I'll
almost
steal
50.
I know. I'll steal Johnny's bit. Back in my day, we only played television games on the cathode ray tubes. Anyway, yeah, someone buy Johnny's PVM. I did get one other thing. I got a Christmas gift. Speaking of the Collector's Quest, our friend Tyler,
Yes.
co-host,
Yes.
Also friends with Chase Peridot, the Retro Gym Miner. He sent me a Christmas gift. And there were two parts to it. I wish I'd have brought the other part. One of them was a button, like an enamel pin that says "Gamers Don't Sleep" or something like that. And he's like, I have no idea where I got this, but it seems like it was better served in your collection than mine. And I was like, yeah, it's not bad. But there was a Japanese auction on Heritage Auctions, all Japanese games, Famicom, Japanese, whatever. And he and I were kind of like chatting during the auction. He was bidding on stuff. Like I think that's where he won his Radiant Silver Gun and all this stuff. And there was a game where I was like, oh, I was going to bid on that because it's like junk, right?
Yeah.
And it wound up going for $1 because he and I were too busy talking. And like 45 minutes later, he goes, I think I won that game. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, well, I put a bunch of bids, like $40 bids on stuff just to keep track of them. And I said, there's a tracking section. Like you can actually track these. They'll notify you. He's like, I like to live on the edge. So he won Dark Messiah for the Japanese PlayStation 9.0 A+.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see it.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. If you're watching on Twitch, welcome to the abyss. It's like, how much more black can it be? And the answer is none. None more black.
None more black. But
yeah, it's a 9.0 A+, Dark Messiah Atlas PS1 game, and I just thought it was funny. And it was just, I got the box. I had no idea who it was from. It didn't really have a, I noticed later it said the city that he lives in.
Yeah.
But I wasn't paying any attention. I was like, what is this? And I opened, I was like, oh my God. I knew immediately where it had come from. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to add that to our thing here right there. Oh, damn it. And then Sewer Shark falls down. That's not acceptable. We can't have that. All right. So, yes, Dark Messiah for the PS1 Japanese. Is that working out?
That's our Facebook one.
Oh, who cares? All right, whatever. So, that's kind of it for the collecting. I have other things. I'll think about it, but I haven't really bought much recently. Getting through the holidays and Christmas and the financial crisis I put our family in by, making stupid purchases. I'm trying to dig out of that.
What stupid purchases have you made?
All of them.
I have a feeling there's a big one on the
No, there's not. You're stupid.
I was just talking about Yar's Revenge.
Well, yeah, the record.
Yeah.
It came from Australia, buddy. That's from down under. That came from the future. That record traveled time to get to me.
You should have got a free Men at Work record with that.
Yeah, they should have given me some Vegemite or something, I think. But anyway.
Never had it, have you?
No, I would not eat that.
I want to try it.
I do not want to eat Vegemite.
Curious.
I'm not curious because I already know what it smells like, and I can't imagine it tastes any better.
Never know.
It's like fermented vegetable paste. Okay, yeah. As you raise an eyebrow, I'm good on Vegemite. Vegemite bad. UK Marmite. I've heard Marmite's good. I've heard that's
try
good.
Both.
I'm good on the Vegemite.
Okay.
So, yeah, the topic of the show is really going to be our year in review. We're going to go over all of the games we reviewed, talk about our scores, some numbers around it, how many games, what types, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to bring this spreadsheet up that I had, that I lost because I had to reboot because Twitch is stupid. Stupid.
Are you talking about the one John did?
No, I'm talking about a spreadsheet that keeps all of my budget in it. Yes, the one that John sent us.
Oh, I thought we were going to go over your budgeting.
No, you don't want to see that. Nobody needs to be privy to that. Let's see here. Okay.
I'm really annoyed that the Twitch stream took a shit.
It's whatever. What can you do? I can't do anything about it now.
No, it's Twitch.
I can't believe the table isn't bowed under the weight of that stadium. Yeah, well, you're not far off. Marmots are even better. Ooh, yeah, delicious marmots. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in John and Robbie. So let's bring them in and unmute them here, I believe. Let's see. I believe I need to go here.
Caller, you're on the air.
Can you guys hear us?
Yep.
There's Robbie. Let's see where John is. What about John? You out there, John? You're barely
there. Oh, it's that Discord crap.
How about now?
perfect. Sounds so much better than Robbie.
He does.
I can't hear him at all.
Speak, John.
I'm talking right now.
I can hear him.
There you go. Okay. We've done it, folks. Technology. All right. So there really is no agenda to the show. Open forum, discussion of the games. I think
the rails.
We're going to start. What we'll start with is Jay and I compiled a few numbers, very high level numbers, about the number of games, the types of games, the platforms, all that stuff. So in total, how many games did we review in 2023, Jay?
18.
Correct.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. Although, in theory, if we'd have done one every other week, or even, it's actually pretty close. Because 18 is not that bad because we had an interview in there, and we also had a year in review now, technically.
We had a couple interviews because we
What do you
had...
mean an interview?
Hold on.
There was an interview? How come no one's heard this interview?
Moving on.
That's in our After Dark.
Yes, yeah. That's LJN in the morning.
Don't forget we had...
Dude, we should do LJN in the mornings.
We might have to.
We had Chase.
Have you seen our morning guy?
Yeah, it's Chase Peridot. He's amped. So we did 18 games. And do you want to go over the breakdown of console? What do you want to do, Jay? You want to handle this?
I can.
Yeah, you go ahead. I'll let you do this.
So basically, surprisingly...
You do that. I'm going to grab a drink.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to grab it.
It wasn't too crazy. So we did, I already forgot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we did 7 different systems. So we did, of course, the NES. I know you're shocked. We also did the Genesis. We did Super Nintendo, Atari, PC, Sega CD, and Sega Master System. Nintendo, we did 9 games. So 50% of what we did over the year was Nintendo.
I know you people out there think all we do is talk about Nintendo, but truthfully, it's all we talk about half the time.
Yep.
So,
And then we
Wait,
did
why
Genesis,
didn't we do any N64 games?
because N64 is trash.
I'm sorry, we don't listen to. I have to edit that out because please don't do that to us. We're trying to gain viewership. We want people to pay attention.
So for Genesis, we did 3 games.
We only do good games like Sewer Shark.
That's right. We did 3 games, which was 17% for Genesis.
Okay.
Super Nintendo, we did 2. It's 11%. Atari, PC, Sega CD, and Master System, we did 1 game for each, which was 5%.
That's right. And then I'll go over what they were. How's that sound?
The different styles of games?
No, I'm going to go over the actual games themselves.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. So for the NES, we did Mega Man 2, Double Dragon 3, Contra, Baseball Stars, Town and Country Surf Designs, Wood and Water Rage, Stadium Events, Parodius Da, Skate or Die, and DuckTales.
Woohoo.
Genesis was Kid Chameleon, Streets of Rage 2, and Golden Axe. Super Nintendo was Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, and Illusion of Gaia. Atari 2600 was Yara's Revenge. The PC was Quake. That was episode 50. Sega CD was Sewer Shark.
Banger.
And the Sega Master System was Govelius Valley of Doom. Now, we also quantified what genre in general those games fell within. And come to find out, this is a sports podcast because 23% of them, or 22% of them, 4 were sports games. That was the most.
Yeah.
We did 4 sports games. I can't believe that.
Skateboarding's a culture, man. It's not a sport.
What about surfing? Same?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll change this. It's cultures 1. Anyway, beat 'em ups 3, action adventure. We did 3, if you will. We didn't do a true RPG. I think Illusion of Gaia would be as close as we got.
Yeah.
But that's still an action adventure RPG, I'd say. We had 2 shooters, right?
Yep.
Like standard, like Yar's Revenge. A shoot 'em up. Yep. I don't like that word. It's stupid. People use that dumb.
Shmup.
Anyway.
Shmup.
And Parodius Da. Platformers was actually 3 as well. That's right. Because we had Mega Man 2 in there.
because we dropped the ball. In
One rail shooter, which was first-person rail shooter, which was Sewer Shark. 1 standard first-person shooter, which was Quake. And then 1 run and gun, which was Contra.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Here we go.
Let's go into that.
So, John, are you there? That's not actually why.
I think Jay. I believe
Okay.
Robbie Robbie said he was going to play Kid Chameleon at some point.
Oh, yeah. Robbie didn't play any games in 2023. At least not any of the ones we asked him to.
Oh, well.
No.
That's because I played all that shit like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, I played Mega Man 2 enough to know how to review it without doing it.
Correct. Exactly.
So, John, you created a spreadsheet, which I have yet to decipher because I've literally just pulled it up.
I had it up.
I see. Okay, I'm trying to see. Okay, so do you want to tell us a little bit about our findings here? Let's stick to, like, you've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 star and the percent of each. Let's really talk about the average star for the 4 people on the phone here. Myself, Jay, yourself, and Robbie. Let's talk about the average score, which I think is, if I'm not mistaken, what we're going to have to do is come up with a trend, because now we have data from last, 2022 and 2023, and I feel like there's a trend developing here, right? Like, have you noticed a trend, John?
Not enough to map the line yet, but
It would be a straight line, but yeah.
Of the 60 or so episodes, and just looking at this year, I think that we're pretty much like playing into our roles here, right?
Yes. What I was getting at. Sorry, you can say it. Or I'm not meaning to talk over you. Sorry.
No, jump in there.
Oh, sorry. What I was getting at was, if I remember correctly, when we did this show a year ago, or probably slightly more than a year ago, Jay, you had the lowest overall scores.
I shit on everything.
Robbie, you had the highest overall scores.
Apologist.
And John and I were very similar in the middle.
Gamer.
Yes, gamer is the way that Robbie likes to put it. So, yes, on average, Jay, you had the lowest overall average of score. Like, this is a scale of 1.0 to 5.0. Jay's average score was a 3.89. Jay also was the only person to give a 1-star review of any game, but he did it twice. Okay. And Jay, yes. But Jay also was tied for second for the number of 5-star games with 7. Okay. So now, Robbie, you had 0 1-star games. You had the most 5-star games at 8, only slightly higher. Okay. But what is that? 13 point something percent increase. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
But your overall average was 4.22. So about about 1/3 of a point deviance between you, between you and Jay. John and I landed in very similar territory. I was a bit more giving with the 5 stars, but our overall score wound up being exactly the same. We both averaged 4.08, or roughly about 4 out of 5 for the entire season. And neither of us gave out a 0 or 1-star review. I gave out 7 5 stars, which again tied me for second with Jay, behind Robbie the Apologist, gamer. And then John had only given 5 stars.
Can I call out a couple things I noticed on here looking?
Yeah, I would love some analytics around this data, please.
So 2 things I noticed.
Sure.
One is I shit on more games than Shasimi Z does.
Yeah, you do.
He didn't even have a 1-star.
You have more reviews, though, but go on.
The other great one is that Valdor's listed on here.
I was going to get to that.
At
You go ahead.
22 3-star ratings when we only did 18 games.
Yes. Valdor rated every game exactly the same, including the interviews in which there was no game to rate.
And his average was 3.5.
Exactly.
Pretty impressive.
Right. Staying on brand.
I like it.
I wish he was here.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Oh, he's
he'd love
not
to.
here?
I don't know if
If you
he's.
remember,
I don't think he is.
if you remember last year, he did score RBI at 4.0. I don't know if that was intentional though.
Did we go back and discuss that?
I think in the year of review, he decided to revise it back to a 3.5.
Now, speaking of 4.0 reviews that require discussion, Jay, Robbie, John, can you think of any that maybe we should talk about that any one person gave this year? Anybody?
Exactly what you're talking about. And Jay had that 1.0 for Double Dragon 3. Is that what you were?
No, that's not a 4.0.
Well, it's a 1.0 for Double Dragon. Was that really the worst game of the year?
Woof.
That was one of the two, according to me.
Yeah, let's look at. Okay, while we're here, let's look at this. Yes, this is good. So,
Event, my man.
the two lowest scores for any game this year were Double Dragon 3 was scored a 1.0 by Jay.
Yep.
Okay. And then Illusion of Gaia, TNC Surf Designs was a 1.5 by Jay.
I shit on everything.
Okay. Now, let's take Jay out of the equation and find the worst possible score. What was Robbie's score of stadium events? Well, 2.5. It's not that bad. Let's see what we got here. 2.0. I don't see any 2.0s in here. Is 2.5 the worst score that was given outside of Jay's scores for the entire year of any person? I gave Double Dragon 3 a 2.5. Robbie and John both gave stadium events a 2.5. And I think that's it. I don't see any others.
Yeah, Double Dragon, you gave the 2. Yeah, it's just stadium events.
That's it. Okay.
I gave stadium events 2.5 also.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but you don't count. You already have shit scores all over the place.
Well,
that's like good for you.
I don't want to go back to this, but I love that I keep deflecting on the Contra thing, and I actually drive Mike away from it.
What do you mean?
Oh, never mind. Sorry. You're right. Let's talk more about Jay.
I was told specifically by a listener of this show that we had to have a year in review show, which we planned on doing, but just a little late, because, and I quote, John has to answer to his score for Contra, unquote. You want to talk about if we had a single most polarizing moment of 2023, it was your score for Contra, John. Because everybody else gave it a 5.0. And in fact, pretty much every person I've ever known through the perpetuity of time has given that game a 5.0.
But I think it's hilarious if you are just burning him at the stake for a good score. Only because it's one increment down from a 5.
I'm not. I'm just telling you what the people have said.
I'm still just as offended as you are. I think it's hilarious because we're acting like he gave it a 2 something.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, 4 is still good.
Yeah,
it's no Double Dragon 3 for 1, but
yeah. I
remember why I gave Double Dragon 3 a 1. I gave Double Dragon 3 a 1 because you had to stand in the room when you fought and wait for the fucking guys to come in 2 at a time. You had 17 guys that came in and they would walk in 2 at a time. And you were in there for a fucking hour fighting. And it's like, okay, this is stupid. That's why I gave it a 1. I remember that.
Hold on.
If John spent as much time with Contra as he did with Godzilla 2, he probably have a different view of it.
Oh, God.
Jay, I wasn't going to tell you this. Jay, I wasn't going to tell you this.
Yeah.
But backstage is Double Dragon 3. And Double Dragon 3 is here to confront you. It wants you to talk to... You need to explain to Double Dragon 3 why you feel that way.
Double Dragon 3. You can't send people in 2 at a time. Or you got to limit how many people are coming in. If you're going to send in 2 at a time, make it 4. Maybe 6.
Let's focus this because I think we are a little bit all over the place. I do think we need to address the Contra. So I'm looking at my scores here, and of the 4s that I gave were Contra, Parodius Da, Illusion of Gaia, and Golden Axe. Then my 4.5s would be Baseball Stars, Yar's Revenge, and Golbelius. And then 5s, Mega Man 2, Legend of Zelda, Streets of Rage, Quake, and DuckTales. I do not think Contra, in my personal opinion, is in the same realm as those 5 games. No, not all 5 games are, in over.
I don't know what you said because there was a lot of background feedback there, but I'm going to tell you. Here's what I'm going to do. John, I'm going to put you on mute for a second. Okay? Hold on. Mute and John. Let me look at this list again. I don't care if we're all over the place. That's what this episode's about. This episode's supposed to be an open discussion.
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah.
I'll start with you.
Okay.
The games that John gave a 5.0 are, in order, Mega Man 2, Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past,
I agree with both.
Streets of Rage, Quake, DuckTales on NES. Do you feel that Contra belongs in the pantheon of those games?
Yes.
Robbie, I have the same question for you.
Yes.
Yes.
Those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Me.
There. Who keeps doing that?
I like that you muted John and didn't give the opportunity.
That's exactly right. So let's bring John back in.
Oh, man. It's like the Maury show. It really is.
John, you there?
John, you are not a fan of Contra.
No. So hear me out, though. The barrier to entry on Contra and the fact that we've all played it so much makes it a better game. But if somebody brand new is coming in, any of those games I gave a 5 are worth them like jumping into and having fun. I can see people not liking Contra.
I have an idea. Let's do this.
John again? All right.
No, I'm not muting you. In the chat, the people in the chat right now, I want the people in the chat's score on the LJN game rating, which I stole from GamePro, okay? The 1.0 to 5.0 scale. What is the score for Contra? And I'm listening. Like, I'm open-minded here. I'm genuinely curious. Give me your scores in 0.5 increments, 1.0 to 5.0 for Contra. And I'll wait. They're rolling in.
Are they?
No.
They take a minute.
No one really said anything. Everyone signed off already, man. Talking about sports too long.
I don't know. It's just nobody's answering it. It takes like 30 seconds. We're on some sort of heavy delay here.
Well, sports are 22% of our games.
Yeah. Johnny gives it a 4.5. Johnny Iucci. Okay. Tiger Wolf, 4.5.
Not all of those games are 5s.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
And he said Double Dragon 3 sucks. Cheffish, 4.5. It's fine. I'm going to wait. We got other people out there. I'm going to give people another 30 seconds to answer.
Valdor in?
Don't be shy. Valdor's not in chat, which is a bit disappointing. We miss him.
You take a couple months off.
Yeah, maybe. All right. So thus far, those are the scores we have from people. That I can accept. A 4.5 I can accept. Let's see. Clearvis says 4. He's an idiot, though. I don't mean that, Mike. I love you.
That's fine, yeah, no.
A 4.5 I could tolerate for that game, but a 4 just seems like so low to me.
Here's where I was going with all this, and that's what I was going to say next. Is the games that I had for the 4.5: Baseball Stars, Yar's Revenge, and Gobelius.
I don't want to hear the end of any sentences. Go ahead. I'm kidding.
So, I definitely see Contra in kind of that pantheon, if that's the word we're going to go with. So I was going to go 4.5 until Mike started saying he can't put up with the 4. No, I do think that I was too harsh on it. I think 4.5 is a better score for Contra.
Okay.
So
All right.
I will put that up to a 4. But
We'll take it.
You know what that is? That's meeting in the middle. That's being fair. Famitsu says 27. Famitsu probably gave the same score to Super Mario Bros. 3. Famitsu shit on everything. That was Famitsu's job. Don't give me this Japanese rag bullshit.
was it Famitsu that also didn't put Link to the Past on?
Yeah, that's probably right. That sounds like something. Everything with them, they're like just about controversy. They don't care. They don't care about the facts. They just want controversy and drama.
My only question about it is what makes it so unapproachable?
Johnny's moving his score down to 4. My score is 4 now that John said that. He's moving it. If you've ever played Contra, like if you've ever watched someone who's never played Contra before play it, they're not good at it at all.
Like not having fun.
Well, I will say this. Harrison and his girlfriend, who were at the time probably 19 to 20 years old.
So 6 weeks ago?
Yeah. Shut up. Like a year and a half ago. They played that game downstairs and they got smoked. Mm-hmm. And then I picked it up and beat the game in like 10 minutes. And she was like, She was having a good time, but she was just like getting killed constantly. I'm like, you have to be more careful. So it is that whole like Mega Man 2 repetition, learn the game, how does it work? But once you do, it's like saying, well, the first time I listened to Abbey Road, I thought it sucked. But the 1,000th time I listened to it, I realized it was the greatest album I'd ever heard. So I get what you're saying. Like the barrier of entry might be somewhat high to get there, but once you like give it enough time, what is the true rating of the game? Right?
But then also, like, how much time do you need to get into the game also affects that, right?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's like your opinion, man. I don't know. Famitsu said Super Mario Bros. 3 is 35-40. Okay, fine. Look at all the other ratings. They hate everything. Nintendo paid them for that. That's probably the best rating they ever gave any game.
I'm not changing my Double Dragon score.
Okay. All right. Have we belabored Contra? John has acquiesced a little bit. We've met somewhere in the middle. John feels maybe there was an oversight on his part, but he stands firm in some pieces of what he had to say, and I agree with what he's saying. I'm good.
I'm more concerned about him, and I mean, feel a little bit better that he adjusted his score, but I'm more concerned about everybody in the chat because I feel like I don't know these people. I thought I did.
Yeah.
I think those flaws are there. I think they're worth at least exploring. By the way, Mike, why inside of this Excel spreadsheet in the comments section does it say John is dead to us?
I didn't put that there. I don't know. I
didn't know. Look at me.
The person inside of it, that's fine.
I'm looking at it and I see exactly what you're talking about, but I didn't type that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Maybe it's the computer telling you the truth.
AI did it.
Anyway. All right. So, what else we got to talk about here, guys? Anything else we need to... Are there any other points of discussion that we have to have around these scores? Because I feel like all of mine are perfect.
So I'm pushing a pop. Is there anything I need to lower?
Johnny Iucci says 3.5 now. Contra stock is dropping. Sell, everybody. Sell your Contra. If you have a graded Contra, get rid of it now. Because it's not a 4.5 anymore. It's a 3.5. And nobody wants that. Let's see here.
Can we talk about our favorite moments? Because I got some fun highlights that
I would love to hear about some of the best moments of the 2023 Lost Joystick Network season, please.
Oh, it's a clip show now.
I hope so. It's 22 short stories about LJN.
I really enjoy. I think this was the year that we started really ribbing on Ribby with the gold chain and the mustache and everything. And then once Pat Contry started chatting about him, I loved how big his head got. And then that TNC surf design, he went hard on Jay, that 1.5.
He did.
I forgot about that.
Fucked up, man. I'm still pissed off.
You know what I remember about the whole Pat Contry thing was
wanted to play the character. I'm not.
Yeah, I got on the stream. I got on their YouTube video where they mentioned it, that like the one where he's mentioned you and from Rarity. And I was like, hey, you can see more of Robbie at the Lost Joystick Network where we live stream. And they deleted the comment almost instantly. I was like, this is a real thing where he actually is. But that's fine. Thank you. You know, here I am trying to guerrilla market the show because I never do anything about it. And I do one time and they just delete my comment. I'm like, okay, fuck you. That's what I felt like they said to me. That wasn't what I was saying to them. Maybe it is.
I know we're beating a dead horse, but I want to circle back on the Contra thing. I just went ahead and messaged Matty O and asked him what he would rate it. Didn't say anything else.
3.5.
Just said, on our rating scale, what would you rate Contra? 5. He said it's a perfect game.
What's that guy? What's he doing?
I don't know. He's not here.
We're having a hard time hearing. You're really muffly.
Me?
Yeah, there you go. That's better.
I'm not talking to the mic.
Please do. We're recording this.
What's he doing? He's got nothing else going on right now.
That's a great question. I feel like we'll see him at Midwest Gaming Classic. I think John, are you coming to Midwest?
Not going to be coming, no.
What?
We are...
So much stuff going on, man. I just also blew all my money on house stuff.
Oh, yeah. John's got a lot of house stuff going on. I know that myself and Jay are planning to be there. Robbie, I know you'll stop by for a cameo.
I'll stop by putting games on your table and
Yeah.
sell.
See if I can sell a $2,500 NES game. Can I drop a Bubble Bath Babes on your table and have some dude pay me cash for it? Yeah, great. Thanks. Bye. All right. You're like literally like Apu when you part, like we talked about. That's you. You're like, hey, you show up, throw some games down, you like drink something, eat something, sell something, and you're like, bye. Got to go back to the Quickie Mart.
That's right. How I roll.
That's I know. And then we are probably going to have some visitors from another podcast that it sounds like we're going to be there. So I'm not here to speak for anybody, but there's rumors amok that other people might be there. So we'll see. Yeah. But other than that, yeah.
Mattio's tied up. You know who else will be there?
Oh, no, I don't know.
You don't?
Kwang Chi.
No.
Oh no.
Who's going to be there, Jay?
The one and only.
I heartily endorse this event or product.
The wrong button.
That was the wrong button.
Boner alert
That's
himself.
right. The boner alert himself. Yeah, that's right. Kalen.
Yes, Caitlin.
Milwaukee Retro Gamer will be.
I hope he's there.
Oh, he will. He better be. He's sharing booths with me.
He's like, no, I'm not there. I'm not going.
Yeah, but that's April 5th through 7th, I think.
I thought it was March.
No, it's the first weekend in April this year.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, Johnny says that they're planning on being there. That's awesome. Looking forward to that. We can't wait to meet that guy in person and talk to him about his crippling record addiction.
Oh, yeah. He likes records.
All right, Johnny and Tyler are going to be there.
But that's the word on the street.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Oh, all of a sudden, I got money to go.
John's like, all the guys on my show, I'm not going to go on.
Mike and Jay and Robbie can suck it.
Collector's Quest? Yeah.
I like them.
Robbie, if you're looking, or Johnny, if you're looking for a third.
Yeah, exactly.
I know a guy.
Clearvis
He's
says
already
going to be there.
explicitly told me I'm not allowed on the show. So
Yeah, well, that's what we said here too, and somehow you keep coming back.
Try to play video games or only collect them?
I'm twice as handsome in person, says Johnny. Yeah, and Clearvis says he's going to be there. That's cool. It's like a country bear jamboree over there. 3.5 still.
Oh, I'm going at least a 4.5 on Johnny.
I think he said Contra still a 3.5.
Oh, I thought he was talking by himself.
Hey, probably both. I'd be happy to be considered a 3.5 by anybody ever. So, all right, let's see here.
Are we still looking at the scores here?
Yeah, okay. No. John had some moments. John, there was one moment in particular that you made note of here that I enjoyed. And that was during the Golden Axe episode where you steadfastly defended your kung fu take.
okay. No, so man, side scroll and beat 'em ups. That's in that time we lumped all those together. I still stand by that.
What did you say? Give people that are listening now that have no idea what we're talking about some perspective.
I still have no idea what he was talking about.
That's why I'm doing this.
No, essentially what I was doing was essentially saying, do I like this more than Kung Fu? So for Golden Axe specifically.
And you're talking about the NES Kung Fu and not the martial arts themselves.
Right. No, that my father made me take for like a good chunk of my childhood. No.
What about David Carradine?
Yeah, no, he died in a cool way. I mean, there's worse ways to go.
I love that. That's the best thing you can say. Didn't he die strangling himself while he masturbated?
Sure.
I did.
Isn't that autoerotic asphyxiation? Isn't that what that's called?
Is that how he died?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why are you hammering on this point so hard, Mike?
Listen, because there are a lot. Look.
You know the dude from NXS died that way too.
Hold on.
Definitely.
AEA affects a number of people every year.
Oh my god.
David Carradine,
That explains that too.
Michael Hutchins, Chris Cornell.
Is it? I don't think
Okay, maybe. I thought his was more of a sadness thing.
It probably was both. I don't know.
Anyway,
Oh man.
my point was just trying to relate the two games and see which one I liked more, but they are vastly different. But at the time, I wasn't saying it the most eloquently. And Mike was very drunk, and Robbie was having none of it. I think.
It seemed left field. That's all. It just seemed super left field. I'm like, whoa, of all games to just draw an analogy to, just pick like a one plane, 2-dimensional left to right, punch and kick, beat 'em up.
I remember feeling the same way where I was like, what just happened?
Yeah,
I
that's
even
all.
said something like that. I was like, what? Anyway,
Yeah,
but it makes
it's,
sense.
it's a fine analogy, I guess. But it's like you see, like you just reached in and pulled it out of a hat at the time. We're all just like, "What's going on? Why are we talking about kung fu now?"
Yes, it was disorienting at the time.
You guys were in the right.
disorienting.
But I do want to pivot. How about that? Was it? Let me check real quick.
National championship?
No, Double Dragon 3, where you read Sashimi Z's right after Robbie's. Was that the one?
Yes, and it completely nailed exactly what he was going to say. Was that right? Isn't that what happened?
Something along that line.
Something along the lines of like, oh, he trashed it, and then you kind of, I think
he trashed you too. Yeah.
Well, he always does that, but
I think he said something like this: that hipster Robbie probably gave it a 4.0, which was exactly what you gave it.
I'm gonna go pull up.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Probably something like that.
Robbie, for good reason, was like, "Man, you just go around calling people hipsters." I mean, like, he's not from the Midwest. In the Midwest, like, you call somebody a hipster, that's like,
oh yeah, I thought you sound like an out of touch like boomer or something. I don't even know what I said, but
then without a beat, Jay jumps in and says, "Didn't you just call me an idiot?" And you're like, "Yeah, I was probably harsh about that."
So let's see here. Let's see. Double Dragon 3. Sorry, there's
what in the
some
hell
sort
is
of
going
police
on
car
there?
going in the background here.
Chirac.
Yeah. Oh, that's you, isn't it, Robbie? I thought that was
No,
here.
it's not actually. It's not.
Oh, that's here
It
in
is over
Flint.
there.
Well, we are in downtown Flint, so.
There's wild shit going on out here.
Shut up, Steve. Robbie, you gave in episode 41, Double Dragon 3, The Sacred Stones. Robbie, you gave it a 4.0. And I'm going to reread for the audience the review that Sashimi Z gave us. I'm only going to need to read the first few. Wow, Double Dragon 3, that's not a game people talk about every day, and it's kind of hard as balls. So that hipster Robbie gives this crap a 4.0 minimum.
I still stand by that 4.0.
That was great. Oh man,
I can't take his review seriously because he just collects big box PC games and like pretends like he could still have a LAN party someday.
Well, actually,
I don't think he plays anything.
First of all, I've been to a LAN party in the last 12 months, and it was fantastic. So
I'm sure it was actually.
Back off the LAN party. It was cool. Especially for us old people.
He still gave the game a 2.0. That's still a good score.
Compared to what that's double what you gave it.
It is.
Yeah, Sashimi Z gave Double Dragon 3 a 2.0. You gave it a 1.0.
Yep.
Man, wish you could have gave it a 0.0.
Yep.
I must have still been reeling about just completing it or something. I was like, yeah, this is a 4. This is great. But
yeah, you're always like on that like post game I beat it high where you're like,
yeah,
or you remember a time you did and you're like, yeah, 4.0 is amazing. And we're all like, yeah, we're all like, Deja Vu sucks, man. That game is awful. Please don't.
What'd you give Illusion of Gaia? Because you were still working.
I like that. I like that game. I was surprised with it. I thought I was going to dislike it because it had RPG in the genre title, but I was like a big fan once I actually dove in.
Yeah, that was all force.
That's very weird because I think other than the game where we went 5.0, like if any game that we all gave 5.0s to, that might have been the only game we all had the same score for all year. I have to look, but I think that's right.
I don't feel like I'll.
But other than the 5.0s is what I'm saying. Like, other than giving like some great game its accolades, I don't think there's a game that everybody gave the game the exact same score other than Illusion of Gaia. So
it's a good one, man.
Person was high on it.
That's weird. I wonder who that was.
We definitely didn't give Contra a 5.
Production note: Is Robbie coming in super hot for you guys, or is that just me?
Well, I took myself off a speakerphone because you said I was muffled. So now if I'm coming in too hot, that just means I need to go back on speakerphone.
Yeah, you sound fine to me. You sound good.
Okay.
Mike's just adjusted a little bit.
It.
Robbie always comes in hot for me.
Twitch finally killed the video.
Oh, yeah. Twitch sucks.
Get off the stage!
I don't think that we're going to beat Double Dragon for biggest difference in scores between Robbie's score and Jay's score.
I mean, this Twitch stream's a bust, but it's not nearly.
There's nothing.
It's not as much of a bust as our attempted Karnov recording yesterday.
Shh.
Not supposed to talk about that.
We're on the air. Ugh.
Secret stream. No one was invited to.
It wasn't a stream. That's why.
what it is we got together like a bunch of like old people that used to hang out at like bonfires, and then all of a sudden it was like we didn't know how to like talk like normal people for a second. It was all shy first date type stuff.
It was weird. All right,
maybe that's just me.
One more thing. Let's deviate from that whole thing. Let's talk about the Sashimi Z scores, because when I look at the Sashimi Z scores, he gave Contra a 5. Streets of Rage 2 got a 5. Quake got a 5. Those were his 3 highest scores. The lowest scores there were 2 games that he gave bad, we'll say relatively bad scores to. Sewer Shark got a 2.0. And Double Dragon 3 got a 2.0. Easily. The hot topic, the topic du jour, Double Dragon 3, The Sacred Stones. Everybody's favorite trilogy beat 'em up.
I told you my issue.
You love it.
No.
What is it that you said was wrong with it?
Do you not listen to
2 guys teaming him up when there was like 16 people?
That's usually not a problem for you. You can handle way more than that.
That's my
point. Buddy.
That was my point.
Yeah, that's fair. It probably wasn't enough for you to get you excited.
It wasn't enough.
Needed more dudes there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that was what I was
That's
saying.
why we have 4 on the show. Got to keep you focused. Yikes, says Ruffy. That's probably fair. All right, what else we got to discuss here? I don't want to belabor this thing too long. Like, I don't want to. This is supposed to be an open forum to discuss.
John did say disparaging with that one, but I also shit on TNC Surf Designs, and you guys all
that one
3.
Yeah, we gave it a 3, but we understood that it was a nostalgia based 3, and like I was like, yeah, I know the game is not great, but I'm still giving it a 3 because I just like have this emotional connection to it, and that was it. It carries like the score completely.
See, and I think that was I got to look at my score for Skate or Die, because when I was a kid, I didn't like TNC. I liked Skate or Die.
You gave that the highest. You gave that the highest score of anybody.
See, and that's
So that's your TNC. Because I actually, as stupid and dumb as that game is and as repetitive it is, I actually enjoyed playing that when I was a kid. I liked the whole, like, trying to, learn the patterns of where things were going to come from, learn tricks about, like, you could grind on the guardrail and all that stuff. I liked TNC. Yeah. The surfing, I hated. I know you got to learn how to do it, and when you do, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. I still didn't enjoy it as much as this game. I would always, for every 9 times I would play the skateboarding, I'd maybe play the surfing once. So, I like which is worse, the Nintendo 64 or Sega Master System question. That is a great question.
That's an easy answer. The 64.
Yeah, the 64.
Dude, that's the worst Nintendo console, and it's like one of the worst consoles ever, in my opinion.
That's what makes it such a great question.
I'd rather play a fucking 2600 than the 64.
You can dunk on the Nintendo 64.
Always. I can dunk it in the trash can immediately.
Name a Nintendo.
In the Zelda 2 trash can.
Yeah.
That's right. I got a Zelda 2 trash can. I'm going to fill it with 64 cards.
That's right. Name a Nintendo 64 game that was not published by Nintendo that you like. Jay.
No.
Robbie.
GoldenEye.
John.
EX Extreme.
Was 1080, not 1080, was Wave Race a Nintendo published game?
I'm pretty sure it was.
Wave Race 64 was?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like,
I kind of liked that one.
But then I was like, I think that's Nintendo. I'll look, but I'm pretty
But
sure.
I also haven't played GoldenEye since like the 90s, literally. So it might be abysmal now.
You should try and play it now.
It's rough, dude.
But like, I revisited all the Dooms last year, and I was like, these are phenomenal. But then I was like, I don't think I'll have that same feeling with GoldenEye.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's rare. I don't know. Rare is good.
I don't know of any Nintendo 64 games I like that aren't Zelda. I don't really love Super Mario 64.
You could just
it's
stop
fine.
with, I don't know any Nintendo 64 games I like.
Super Mario Kart, but that's Nintendo published.
Yeah, I just can't think of any. So
Wave Race was published by Nintendo.
Okay, so I figured, yeah.
Diddy Kong Racing, was that Rare?
It probably was Rare.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And I think that's better than
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart 64, even though I love that game.
Mario Kart.
I do, honestly, though, with 64, I really did like Super Mario 64. Like, I actually enjoyed that.
Doom 64. What a dichotomy of a question that is. Ogre Battle 64. That's not bad. You know, if you like that style of game.
Everybody's favorite RPG on the N64.
What about Sailor? What is that? Sailor Moon. What's the
Diddy Kong was rare, John.
What's the
A lot of 64 talk on this podcast.
We're about to wrap it up. I'm trying to think of that.
This is as far as we'll ever go.
Harvest Moon.
Natty Ice is loving it.
Was there a Harvest Moon 64?
There was. Yeah, there's a Harvest Moon 64.
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I think people like that game.
I do.
Okay, so moving on.
So real quick, what do you think our best episode was? Because I really enjoyed re-listening to that Double Dragon episode.
Is that the one where you got in arguments? Everybody kind of started arguing with each other a lot.
Yeah.
Remember me and Tyler and I got into it?
Exactly. There was a little bit of tension, but I don't think it...
Spicy.
I don't think... Yeah, Tyler wasn't on that one.
Back to the sexual tension.
I have to say
Bunch
that
of dudes.
I think my favorite episode was the Retro Jim Miner episode, just because of the pure nonsense. The people that called in. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at something I've been involved in than I did with that Retro Jim Miner episode. I went and listened to it after, and I laughed so hard at some of that stuff because it was so, you can rely on the people that called in, the anonymous callers. You could just you could just rely on them coming through on whatever joke you were trying to make. They were so in tune. And it was like, I have not laughed more at something in a long time than I did that episode. That was it for me.
I think that was just a big inside joke.
Well, 99% of the people got it because it was one of the most listened to episodes we had all year.
Really?
Yes, and the only person that I know of that said what Eric said is Eric.
No, I know several people were like, "What the fuck was up with that episode?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. I just play along with it. I thought it was all right."
It's very inside baseball, and then also with so many of the Collector Quest people like knowing the show.
Of course, it's a big crossover.
It's like what. It's exactly like when the Jetsons went to go meet the Flintstones, or you know.
I think it was better than that. I'd like to think it was better than that.
All right, better show like when I can't think of a good example, but like a TV show crossover. I don't care if Friends is crossing over with NCIS, but you know,
Friends CIS.
You see, Kung Fu is much like Friends.
Oh God, here we go.
Oh my God.
Are we gonna have to talk about AEA again?
I think actually I'll make a sappy moment here. I think my favorite one was stadium events.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really think about that one. You're right.
I think for two reasons though. One is because it was it meant a lot to you.
Yeah.
And it was cool to hear you talk about it, and it was cool for you to get it. The other side to it is that's actually one of the first episodes I edited, which I made a speed run the show.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was also hilarious to me because anybody that watched the live feed saw it. Was you off the fucking rails about heritage auctions, which was hilarious.
Oh yeah, I kind
of.
of.
I cut like 20 minutes out of that episode.
I did kind of
losing your shit.
I did kind of go off about the whole you bid 16,000 but pay 21,000. The person that gets it gets 14,000, and where does that other 1/3 of all the money go? And why not just fucking talk to a person that has it instead of going on fucking heritage auctions and going, hey everybody, check this out, and slap my dick out on heritageauctions.com. Yeah, no, you're right. That was intense.
And what I've been to. No, I can say for that episode, that's something, and I think Robbie alluded to this in that episode. That's an event that we were able to share with you that you don't normally get to share in that collector space. And I don't know how many other podcasts do that sort of thing, right? Like, for one, how many people on podcasts are buying stadium events?
Only one idiot.
Two, be able to celebrate it in that way. Like, I thought it was a good experience.
That's a good point. I never thought about it like that. That you, like when we do podcasts or when you listen to, I don't know, people here that are watching the live stream, I think a lot of them listen to podcasts as well. It's just kind of in our nature. And you get to know the people on a podcast, right? And you don't ever really get to like you said, you don't really get to share in that moment, right? And it's It's a good point. I never thought about it like that, and it was a big deal, for me. And I'm glad that it was. I don't want to get too into it, whatever, but it was very cool that everybody was so supportive, and I got a lot of messages from a lot of people congratulating me and saying this and that, and it was all very positive. And to be able to share that with everybody else, I thought was cool. Now, the flip side of that is, if I hear one more time on the Collector's Quest Discord or on their show about what a shitbox game it is and how only idiots buy it, they're right, but I don't want to hear it.
I do love when Tyler complains about somebody he's normally complaining about himself 1 year earlier.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. He's just mad about what he used to do.
Where is Tyler?
In the shower, probably.
Yeah. Well, if he was in the shower,
yeah, you got a good point there. He's probably in the shower. He's probably in bed. He's an old man. So
he sent me a Happy New Year text this year. So that's the last time I heard of that from that guy.
He actually sent you a text.
Yeah, he sent me a text.
It must have been on a burner phone. He probably threw it out the window.
He secretly likes me, I think.
It would have to be secretly.
It's a big secret.
Shh. All right. What else we got? Anything else we want to chat about before? We can sit here and talk about anything. I don't want to.
We didn't really talk about much except for Contra and Double Dragon 3.
Well, what do you got?
Then for some reason, the N64. Well, I thought you were gonna go through the games and kind of touch upon them again, like all of them. But I guess that would take a long time.
I mean, we can do that very briefly. I think we can skip the ones where most people gave 5.0s, right? Like you want to do that?
Mega Man 2. What are we going to talk about?
Or you could bring up all the juicy, too hot for LJN things that were cut out, like the Sewer Shark segment that I brought up. You guys overlooked.
I believe Chefish said that Sewer Shark should have been rated a 5.0 just for your story alone earlier.
Which one?
Come on, bring it back.
What story was that? I probably shouldn't be asking that.
Don't ask. Yeah.
Don't ask. I'll tell you later.
Okay.
It's the
we'll tell you when you're older.
Yeah. Exactly. Man, let's see here.
Is that the three? Is that
before we go over him? I do want to say the Clearvis episode was good. I always like talking to that guy. He's got good insight.
Yeah, Mike's
that was good. I liked it. He was very informative.
Mike's awesome.
That was a good game.
He
knows how to steer a conversation too, where he's like, all right, what's the bullet point we're going for here?
Yep. Well, he's a developer, and he does presentations.
And then John pops out of nowhere and talks about Kung Fu.
Wah! He makes that noise too. Every time. Like, dude, that's cultural appropriation. You can't do that. And then he hits a gong and goes, bong, and he disappears in a plume of smoke. It's weird. What was everybody's favorite interview?
What?
Never mind.
What was everybody's favorite interview?
Oh, favorite interview. The one that didn't get posted.
I don't know what you're talking about.
For those unaware, we interviewed Richard DeVizio at some point, and Mike refuses to post it. Precisely.
Everybody's sleeping.
You should have brought the Ferguson back.
Bow whoosh.
Oh yeah, I can go flush the toilet again if you guys want.
Definitely one of the highlights of the year. Robbie flushing the toilet.
He did that to me.
Oh yeah, it was to Jay's review of I think Double Dragon 3.
And here we are back on the Double Dragon 3 parade. Oh man,
it had to have been that.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Go ahead.
Sorry, real quick. I don't care if we record it, but we do have to have a Married with Children watch party for some episode at some point.
We got to do that downstairs.
Yeah.
We need to do that downstairs.
You can actually sync it up now with Amazon Prime, or you can Plex. You can do a watch party, and everybody sees it at the exact same time.
Oh, we should do that.
Yeah, we probably should. All right, let's see here. I'm going to look at the games that everybody gave a 5.0 on. We talked about that a little bit, right? Like the math was, it was DuckTales, Quake, Streets of Rage 2, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Mega Man 2. Those are all 5.0s. The lowest overall scores were what? Double Dragon 3 at a 2.4, right? Okay, no surprise. TNC Surf Designs at a 2.5. What's this? 2.7 stadium events. Okay, wasn't last. Somebody saved it. I'm not sure how. Let's see here. And then after that, everything got a 3 at least, right? 3.1 is the next lowest, and that is Skate or Die, which, Jay, you were the apologist for that day.
Yeah, well.
All right. What else we got? Like I said, this is really kind of freeform. I know it's kind of all over the place, but really it's supposed to be. So,
Yeah.
Chefish, that's Richard DeVisio is always getting underrepresented by WP and LJ.
That poor guy.
Yeah, sucks for him. We love him. We love him. Let's see here. What else we got? Want to talk about how Baseball Stars was the highest rated sports game we had on there? Because it is, and it's the best one. I think it was. Like, if we have the sports game.
I mean, it's not as good as Bad News Baseball, but it's pretty good.
Look, apologist.
Apologist.
I'm sorry, gamer. I'm going to go pull up our, while I'm here on the stream, for those who aren't on Twitch, I'm going to go pull up our roster. Remember our roster of
Matteo and
it's right there on the screen. Yeah, we got Johnny, Chefish, Clevman, Valdor, Matty, which I'm sure is no, it's not Matty O. Who's that? Because Matty O's over there. Who's Matty?
Matty Ice.
Oh yeah, Matty Ice. Yeah. Tyler, Clearvis, Robbie, Mike, John, Matty O, Retro Bobby, Kalen, Milwaukee Retro Gamer, Jackson from the Two Consoles Too Late, right? Isn't it? Podcast.
Oh yeah, Jackson. Keebler.
Yep, Keebler. Jay, I don't know who that is.
Never heard of him.
Tiger Wolf in Canada. Probably will hear about this in a few years. Mark and Sashimi. Yeah, that was our baseball roster for Baseball Stars. The greatest baseball game ever made. And
I thought you were just naming people.
No, I'm going to
I didn't even know what you're doing.
The greatest baseball game ever made on the NES.
So, what's the greatest football game? Not for the NES, but in general. I think that's an episode.
European or American?
Yeah. So Aussie rules football for the NES is the right answer.
Canadian League, the CFL. Look, we're all trying to win a Grey Cup over here. Then what's your question? What's the best football non-NES game?
No.
Obviously, Super Tecmo Bowl. Obviously.
Am I the only person in the world that prefers the original Tecmo Bowl to Super Tecmo Bowl?
The original.
No, it's good too, but I just like Super more.
I preferred the original because I actually would play with the Bears because you could use them, and Walter Payton ran over everybody.
They had Willie Galt, they had Walter Payton, and they had a good kick returner. Who was the kick returner on that team? They had a good one.
And Bo Jackson was a beast.
Well, yeah, I think that's become a thing of legends, right? Like Bo Jackson and Tecmo Bowl is like a thing today.
You either picked the Raiders, the Bears, or the Niners.
Yeah.
Those are the three teams you picked.
The 49ers were pretty great too.
Well, they had Montana. You could throw. You just you pass anything and they caught it.
But even on defense, you could be.
I asked.
Yeah, you could be Howie Long, or I'm sorry, or not Howie Long. What's his name? The defensive lineman. I forget.
Fridge.
No, not the the fridge, John. No, Ronnie Lott, and then they had a good defensive lineman too. I forget who, but yes, you brought it up, John. I'm sorry. You're right. This is your fault. So, did we just get compared to a Flintstones crossover? I don't think that just happened. That was a while ago. I don't know how much of a delay you're on, but
he's on a big delay.
Yeah. Anyway, I prefer the original Tecmo Bowl. I'm sorry, I do. We might have to do that one.
All right.
Maybe we'll do a pros and cons. Maybe we'll play both one day and do like a which was better, or like have a debate.
Good.
That's a pretty good idea, actually.
I kind of like it. Like take two games that are similar.
Golden Axe or Kung Fu. Which better?
The Illusion of Gaia or Kung Fu.
The whole episode should be game.
Oh my God, that pig killed himself.
No, I think we should all pick games, and then one game that we know that Robbie will hate playing. So some RPG.
I think one thing we do need to do, and I would take. We still have people in the chat. There's people hanging out. I would take some suggestions about things that we should include in our schedule for 2024, because there are some games we didn't get to, especially at the end of the year. There are some things we want to do. We plan on doing Karnov. We plan on doing Metal Gear. Those things are coming. But there are some
Mega
games.
Man 2.
Yeah. Shut up. Yeah, we'll do that in January. Oh, wait. But I think we need to probably, take some suggestions from
Anything
the group.
but N64.
I didn't say it.
I
but
did.
I thought it.
I
So
said it.
I will absolutely put together a list, but I like the idea. I'm going to write down the Tecmo Bowl, like the debate episode.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
a good idea.
The great
that's a good one. I mean, we almost kind of did that with Baseball Stars, with just like your favorite baseball
Yeah,
game.
and it's my show, so I can edit it to sound like however I want. So there's nothing to do. I win. No, anyway. Yeah, so I would take some suggestions of, we were going to do Silent Hill 2. I'd still like to do that. That's a great game. What?
I had a copy of it. But
I know. I'm sure you sold it.
I did not play it.
Clearvis said we need to play Earthbound and shit on it and
Yeah.
piss a bunch of people off.
Yeah, that's not a
You'd
terrible
not be
idea.
liking Earthbound.
I'll put
I'm
Earthbound
okay
on.
with Earthbound. I own a copy. I'm okay with it. It's got that dry wit.
Earthbound's okay.
Charming. It's charming.
Oh, there's 3?
It's a meh.
Look, are you really a collector if you don't have a big box Earthbound?
Well, I don't have one, so
I don't have one.
not.
It's
I
the
have a
only
loose
thing
one.
I have.
Not for long. Anyway, okay. What else we got? Anything else?
Scratch and sniffs are intact.
That's
John, I don't want to hear about your scratch and sniff being intact.
This game stinks. Sorry, what were we saying?
Ninja Gaiden. Which one? We like the
We've already
most.
done the. We've already done the.
Did we do that already?
third one.
Oh, we did. That's
Tyler,
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
how
Why
far
not?
behind is Johnny? Because he's now talking about where Tyler is. Johnny, we think you're quite a ways behind. So when you're hearing
Really
this,
behind.
Did he like
me
pause
when I
it and come back in?
when you're hearing this in the past, we're going to tell you we love you.
He's on the Flintstones end of the.
I know. Yeah.
The
He's
Jetsons versus
quite a ways
Flintstones.
behind here. That's okay.
When is now?
Connor's on, my bud. Connor's watching the podcast, my son. He just said he was watching. So, hi, Connor. Love you, buddy.
Cool.
Let me see if he's on the other chat here, which is, no, don't see him. That's fine. No big deal. Okay. So you were saying we could even compare, we could do the same thing with Ninja Gaiden, like a debate.
I guess. I forgot we did.
That's a
You
Black
guys agree
Ninja
already.
versus Ninja Gaiden.
Okay. What else?
I don't know.
I feel like we should do this.
We could do
We should-
plumbers wear ties.
Wrap the show up,
Yeah,
and then we can have this kind of conversation.
correct.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
And probably
too.
chop
This is-
some of this stuff out.
Yeah.
So,
It's all gold.
well, I will say this. I had a fantastic year with everybody. And to peel the layers back a little bit, we did try to record a podcast at one point yesterday where we where we just kind of wanted to do it in a bubble. We were concerned we wouldn't be able to do live streams. We want to be consistent. We want to spend time with our friends, but we were worried we wouldn't be able to. We want to continue to share and be part of the community. But it got difficult for a while. And at the end of the show, we all agreed that it sucked. And we all agreed that this is how we need to do this show. And a big part of the entire thing is sitting here with you, talking to you, Robbie, talking to you, John, and being here with everybody in chat.
Yeah.
Because you guys are fantastic, and I consider you all personal friends, and I'm glad that we were able to make those types of friendships and connections through something like this. And I do like doing the podcast in podcast format from time to time, but it just did not feel right, and I didn't enjoy it. And I don't think any of us did, because it felt, you used the word hollow, Jay, and I couldn't describe it any other way. It just felt like something was missing the whole time, and it was. And that was fart jokes and kung fu references. And we don't get those without people in the chat.
I heartily endorse this event or product.
So I just wanted to say that. And I do heartily endorse this event and whatever product people would pay me to endorse, which is none.
I have one thing I want to say.
You go ahead.
And it's the only thing I really wanted to say is I agree. Two things. I agree with you.
Of course.
But there's one thing that's missing from this entire episode.
Oh shit! Ah! Mom! Mom!
I'm sure that's most people's reaction when they got that notification that Lost Joystick Network has gone live on Twitch.
Yeah.
They're like, oh shit!
It was either that or I'm just gonna hit the whole board.
Yeah, I know what you're up to.
Metroid Prime. We could do Metroid Prime.
Oh
No. No.
I will gladly shit all over that one.
I don't even want to play it to shit on it. I don't want to have to fucking play it again ever.
For every time that I bring up Legend of Zelda, Jay brings up Metroid Prime.
It's like saying let's review Castlevania 64.
I honestly think I'd rather play Castlevania 64. Hot take.
Wow.
I don't know.
I really hate that game.
I don't know if you would. You haven't played Castlevania 64 recently, I'd imagine.
The old limp wrist whip. Wow, I can't even say it. Limp wrist whip. You know, where you just kind of...
Tiger Wolf says he enjoys the random discussion. So do we. We do. And I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that everybody is here. And we're going to do our best to try and be more consistent and be a bit more communicative and stay on track. We're getting the old episodes edited. One of them is ready. I'm probably going to post it tomorrow, actually, and get those things up into the podcast aggregator. We've got our friend Ben helping us edit. He's been fantastic. Yeah. So we're going to get this all stabilized and get the ship sailing straight.
Yeah.
Are we still going to do NHL 94?
So let's talk about all this after we wrap the show up.
Okay.
Sorry. So I was like, that's cool. No, it's a problem. We'll chop it out.
We'll still be on live.
Yeah,
so
we're going to stay on. We'll stand and talk, but let me wrap the show up and then we can do that. So before I do that, before we transition back over, anybody else want to say anything before the end of the show here, or are we good?
Yeah, I bought 2 NES Sharp controllers, so everyone should know that. We go to my Sharp TV, so I'm extra.
Did you keep calling?
I said it yesterday on the canned episode, and I'm sad I didn't get to talk about it today, so I'm bringing it up.
That's fair. You're right. You didn't get to. I'm sorry.
All right, that's it.
All right. Right. So Robbie bought 2 Sharp controllers for his Sharp NES TV, everybody. We'll make sure to note that in the notes.
I got Frisbee by NoFX. So.
Oh, you got Frisbee? That's a great cover.
Yeah.
I love the cover of that album.
Yeah.
Where it's like the hippie dude on the beach grabbing the Frisbee. But yeah.
Oh, I thought it was. Isn't that what's his name from NoFX?
Yeah.
The guitarist.
But isn't his hair like? Doesn't he have like that 70s like? Am I missing the?
He's got the sweatband, but I think he's also got the dread.
It's the sweatband thing I'm thinking of. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Well, you got Frisbee by NoFX. That's fantastic. Cool.
Very similar to Coaster.
Yeah. Or what's the Who cares? I can't. We'll talk about it later. These are the things we need to cut.
Yes.
Not all of it. Just the part where I start talking about it.
All right. Close out the show.
Yeah, that's it. Jay, you got anything else?
Oh, I do.
What is it?
Well, I have 2, but one I need to ask you. Is that coming?
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Are we going to do Metal Gear next? We're going to do Karnov next? What are we going to do?
I mean, we already did Karnov, and we kind of. You sure you can't edit that thing?
We can edit it. It's just going to be wrong now. But it's fine. We could. I'll listen to it and see.
If it's bad, if it's that unusable, we should redo Karnov.
How about
because we can have? It's kind of like having a second take, like we were shaking the rust off, you know.
Yeah, let's do Karnov.
Let's do Karnov.
Okay, yeah, let's do Karnov. Okay, so the next episode's gonna be Karnov.
Hold on, let's say that again. So when Ben edits this, it seems normal.
Oh, touche.
So Jay, after this very focused and myopic episode about a singular subject, I think we should have another episode like that. What will the next episode be about? Keeping in mind, we're trying to do less NES games because last year, 50% of the games we did were NES. So what are we going to do?
Well, I think we'll go the Kung Fu route and we'll do Karnov. They're the same, right?
Wait, what?
I think he's trying to swerve you. For what?
Oh.
We're going to do Karnov for the NES.
Perfect. All right, Karnov for the NES.
And then we're going to do another NES game. And another.
Yeah.
And another.
Yeah.
And another.
Probably. Yeah, now Johnny's talking about the 49ers. I don't know where he's
Al Unser's Racing.
Bill Elliott's NASCAR Challenge.
Yeah.
Where can the people listening to us now find us, Jay?
We have a link tree.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's that?
It is a website you can go to, and it links you to all of our social media pages.
And what are those?
Our social media pages?
Yes.
Those would be where people could go and get news updates or video of us.
Explain how.
You go to the World Wide Web. You would type http://www.google.com and then search Lost Joystick Network.
I see. And these social media accounts, what are they?
Oh, we actually, if you want to go to the link tree and save yourself the trouble of having to look all these up, you can go to linkter.ee/.
I like this idea.
I do too.
It's easier than the individual accounts, which are?
The individual accounts are Instagram and Twitter is Lost Joystick. Don't go to Twitch because apparently it's broken. But Twitch and Facebook is Lost Joystick Network. We also have an email, info@lostjoysticknetwork.com.
Fantastic.
I do want to circle back on one thing. Ben can cut this out or whatever.
Sure.
But I know in the Discord chat on our group in Collector's Quest, Tiger Wolf didn't understand the Bone Storm thing.
I got him up to speed, though.
Did you tell him the whole email contest? I didn't see that.
It was all in there, yes.
I didn't see the contest.
Valdor mentioned it, and I followed up.
Oh.
He's all caught up.
Okay.
You guys don't check your email. I do. Did you email me? Don't you say that, Sean. I'm going to check right now. Anyway, we got to wrap this show up. Well, I think that's a show. And welcome back. And thanks for sticking with us. And we love you all. And I mean that. And that's all I got. So, with that, I wish you all a happy new year in February. That's right. You got happy new year in February. So everybody, please go out there, have fun, be safe, and be excellent to each other.
Well,
Hit end stream. Bye. Hang up on Robbie.
Twitch can kiss
Hit
my
the hang
ass.
up button. Dump him.
Hey,
I think
why?
that's what they call it. You know why. You know what you did.
what I do?
Nothing. You're good.
Wow.
I was just trying to act like some sort of scorned woman.
Oh, did I do something wrong? Did I say something I wasn't supposed to say?
You know what you did is what.
2024 is officially
Act
10
like-
months long.
Let's see here. I checked.
No,
my-
really.
You didn't do anything, Robbie. He's just being a smart ass.
Oh, you upset that I outed you about Richard DeVizio?
I think everybody understands where that's all at. He'll probably be at Midwest Gaming Classic, everybody, so buckle up.
Oh, man.
I know. No, it's all right. We love him.
Has he ever asked about the episode?
Shut up is what I would say. No.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
It's out there. It's on YouTube. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, it is, isn't it?
It's out there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's out there for public consumption. If somebody wants to listen to it, it's on YouTube.
What's this post episode discussion we're gonna have?
How do I dump these people? Where's the mute button?
You sound like a scorned woman.
Yeah, what's the big deal? Why are you so upset?
How does Tiger Wolf not have a pen?
You know why. I'm upset that I have not
Stop
received my
saying that.
LJM company pen. I will get you an LJM company pen. I need to send him some other stuff too. We talked about some Koei games, and yeah, I got to get those over to you. So let's talk.
And you
Yeah.
gotta send stuff to Cheffish. And you gotta send stuff to Clearvis.
Well, I don't have to send anything to Cheffish. I'm bringing it to Cheffish when I see him.
I'm sure he'd love to play it.
Cheffish, do you want me to ship you this 32X, or do you want me to just bring it to you when I see you?
Well, now he's probably gonna be like, well, fuck.
I'm good with either
a
one. I
month
don't
away
care.
now.
You tell me, buddy. I'll do whatever you want.
I'll do anything. Anything.
Can we come out now, Mr. Sega Man? We'll do anything you want. Anything.
I'm glad Johnny's caught up too, because he was way behind for a while. Then all of a sudden he's like, "What the hell? I was way behind."
Yeah, what was going on with that?
That was pretty funny. He was talking about something, and I'm like, "What? What's happening?" We had talked about that like half an hour ago.
Is our YouTube feed still playing too?
Yeah, of course it does. We're not off stream. We just stopped recording the episode here. Like we didn't kill anything. We're
still publicly liable for anything that Jay says, is what you're telling me.
Yes, absolutely. About Richard Vizio. Bring it to Midwest Gaming Classic. That was my plan. So very good. Because we're not doing
I'll make sure he brings it.
VGS. Whatever that hybrid pinball expo VGS thing they're doing.
Yeah, I don't even know if I want to do it.
I'm not doing that.
changed
They're like
VGS?
4 days or something.
It's 4 days, and I who knows? I sold off all my shit to a reseller like last week. So unless I get more stuff, I don't even have a reason to sit at a convention.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Hanging out.
I'm talking to him too. I finally got like a good list together. And I've been beating the shit out of my disc resurfacer.
Oh yeah, Jay, the guy in question who bought all this stuff off me, he was a whatnot seller. The irony.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mike told me. I was more shocked with the whole. I won't get into the financials, but I was more shocked about that.
I did tell him kind of the. I didn't want to put your business out there, but I was like,
yeah, it's all right.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
Well, I got a good chunk of change going over here too of stuff that I'd like to get rid of that he is interested in. I texted him a couple times today, but he's, sometimes I hear from him right away. Sometimes it takes some days, so it's fine. No big deal.
Yeah.
So what game should we play? I know we were talking about it, and then we told everybody we'll talk after.
No, we said Karnov.
I mean in 2024.
Oh yeah,
You're cutting in and out for me. I don't know.
Oh, I'm leaning away from the mic.
Yeah, he's too far from the mic, probably.
I keep turning my head. I'm looking at Pitts and talking to him.
I would pull up the list from prior to, because there are games that didn't make the cut that we were going to
do. NHL 94.
That's a big one. Yes. The problem with that one is it's such
Johnny.
a big game. Bye, Johnny. Have a great night or afternoon, whatever it is there, 8:30.
Tiger Wolf, all N64 and 20.
Please don't do that to me. The scheduled games that we didn't get to last year, I think I dumped them. Yeah, we didn't. I cut them out. I should have kept the sheet. But it's fine. Silent Hill 2 was in there. Super Mario World we never did.
We don't really need to do that.
We were gonna do it around the anniversary of the game. Was what it was. That's why
we should do 5 amazing games we're all gonna give 5s for, and then just pack them in, and don't let anybody talk more than like 5 minutes on it.
I like Sean's suggestion. Rocket Knight Adventures. That's good. Or Gunstar Heroes. Yeah. Both of those are good.
Dude, Rocket Knight Adventures is a very good suggestion.
Yeah, I haven't played that in like a good decade. I'd love to play.
I'm actually currently in the middle of trying to get through Sparkster, so that'd be perfect.
Yeah, there you go. That's the
talk about the sequel as well.
That's a good one. Thank you, Sean. That has been added to the list.
I want to revisit one you did before.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
You know I want to.
You want to do the one with the girl from Married with Children in it.
No.
Zelda?
Oh, what? I know what you want to do.
I want to do my favorite game.
Yeah, he wants to do Metroid Prime, which we did.
No.
Not Metroid Prime, Super Metroid. I'm sorry. You get
before any of us were involved.
Yeah, it was. You did it with Jerry. Did you do it with Jerry?
It was one of the first episodes. No, it was Jerry.
So you did that with Jerry.
None of the Johnny stuff's out there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
God, I love that game. I would love to talk about it.
I can put it on the list. I don't care. It's fine.
I mean, it's whatever. It's going to be
without Mike.
It'll give me a reason to go buy another copy because I.
How about CDI Zelda? Oh my God, that'd be terrible.
Which one?
CDI Zelda.
Which one?
I don't. There's 2.
There's 2. Yeah, there's 2.
Well, there's actually only one Zelda, and there's 2 links.
There's Gamelon.
Yes.
Wanda Gamelon.
There was Zelda's Adventure though,
and there's Zelda's Adventure.
Yeah, Zelda's Adventure.
as a comparison episode, we could do Contra 3 the Alien. Contra 3 the Alien Wars and Contra Hardcore.
I thought you were going to say Wand of Gamelon versus Zelda's Adventure.
Of course.
Hotel Mario.
Hotel Mario.
No, not Contra Force. Yikes.
Ugh.
Not as bad as everybody thinks it is.
I know, it's not. I agree.
What do you guys think about Sunset Riders?
Sunset Riders?
Oh, dude, let's do that. Yeah. We could do that, and then we had the arcade cabinet there, but the board's fucked up, so we've had Cowboys of Moo Mesa in there, which is a spiritual successor.
It's going to be the year of SNES.
The
Sunset Riders rip.
SNES-tacular.
SNES-tacular.
Okay. Let's see. What else?
You could get a bunch of stupid cowboy samples and stuff for that episode.
We sure could.
Oh,
Of course.
What do you want me to play this jug?
There you go.
Yeah.
Joe, just over and over again.
What about? We could do like Bonk's Adventure.
For what?
Turbo.
Oh, we would do
Yeah.
it for the turbo, and we could
We
just
could-
talk about it in general,
Yeah.
and then we
Yeah.
could talk about the turbo as well.
Sure.
I kind of like that idea.
Looks
Yeah, we
like
should
I'm
do a
playing
turbo.
that on
We
my-
should do a turbo game.
gonna
We haven't
play
done.
that on
We
my,
haven't done. Go ahead.
analog pocket. That's where I'm playing it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I ordered one of those finally. Mike sold me on it.
Chuckles finally.
Great.
So Robbie goes, "Hey, do you have a Game Boy Advance, like a 101 or like a backlit one?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." I was like, "Why wouldn't you just buy a Pocket?" And he's like, "I thought about it." And then we talked about it for 90 seconds. You're like, "All right, I ordered it." But that was also
I literally just received. I literally just got almost
Oh,
10
he got-
grand in cash off
cash
that guy.
drunk.
So I was like, "Oh fuck it, I'll buy it right now."
he was
Let's go.
cash drunk. It was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to buy one.
Cybernator. I know. You can borrow mine.
Well,
You want to
I
borrow it?
still haven't gotten my attachments, Mike. Have you?
I didn't order any attachments. The only thing I ordered was the dock, which I love.
I thought you were the turbo.
I don't think I ordered anything but the two things.
Oh.
Maybe I did, but I'll have to look. Yeah, they didn't ship yet, Clearvis says. Cybernator, Airzonk. I like Military Madness is a good TurboGrafx
Ooh.
game.
I'm not a fan, but that's okay.
No, it's all right. You want my red analog pocket? If you sell it to him on payments,
That's about how I'd be able to pay for it.
well, working a deal here. I'm not giving it away.
Turbo
Damn it.
games, like I think Bonk's a good representation, man. That'd be a good
That's
one.
a good
Or
way to start.
Legendary Acts, or I don't know.
Newtopia,
Yeah, some key titles.
Keith Cool or whatever.
Ease 1, or Keith Courage.
Courage.
Ease 1. Ease
No,
1 and
no.
2. Those are fun.
They are fun, but I feel like that's a big one to unpack.
It's not
Well,
that
if we're
bad.
gonna,
It's got,
that's probably not Robbie's tea, and I think if we're gonna do that
It's
stuff,
not.
it's like Crystallis
like-
more than it is like a role playing game, though.
Is it?
Isn't Ease more like Crystallis, really?
I thought it was more
No.
like turn-based.
Yes,
RPG.
it is. No, it's not turn based at all.
I thought
It's
Ease was
it's action
turn-based.
adventure.
I
No,
haven't played
No.
ever.
yeah,
No way. No way.
I'm almost positive. Am I wrong? Maybe I'm thinking of Newtopia. I know Newtopia is
you're
I think
action
there's
adventure.
Utopia is one like
Utopia's-
that for sure.
Newtopia
It's like a
is like
Zelda
a
game.
Zelda 2 clone almost.
Yeah, it's like a Zelda
Yes,
game.
I know that. That's what I'm trying to configure. I'm trying to figure if I'm being crazy. It's an action role playing game. No, you run around and you're like, yeah. It's like it's almost like Secret of Mana or Illusion of Gaia.
Wow.
for PS1, how about Tales of Destiny?
Could be done. I'll put it on the list.
PS1. I'd be down for a PS1 game with something that like literally everyone and their mother played, like Twisted Metal 2, or
I
like
didn't play
Resident
any
Evil-
Twisted Metal games.
Well, okay, Resident Evil 2, something like that.
Although I found out today that I had a loose copy of Twisted Metal Small Trucks or something. I forget what it's called. And it's like a $35 loose game. I was like, oh shit. Because that's
Cool.
getting sold.
Yeah.
What else?
I don't know.
I'd have to think about my PS1 games because that's a good one. Yeah, Tales is good. Lunar's
What
good.
are some iconic? I mean, I talk about Tomb Raider. Woof.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
Oh yeah.
I think Ridge Racer is one of those iconic PS1
What about
games,
Duke Nukem?
which we did.
One of the Duke Nukem games
yeah.
on PS1.
Lunar 1 is good.
Yeah.
Silver. That's
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater.
See, so we're talking about.
That one, that's going to be a discussion.
We're working on something with all that. We'd like to. I want to do 3. If we do a Tony Hawk game, Tony Hawk 3 is the best one. That's the one I love the
Really?
most.
I've never played 3. I own it. I just never played it.
You
so
should
I'll-
you should
I'll
play
give-
it. It's
It'll give me an excuse to play it.
PS2 Tony Hawk 3.
I have a PS1 version.
Yeah, play it on the 2. It's much better.
Okay.
Did we do
It's a cheap game too. It's like $10 or $15.
Did we do Legendary Axe?
Yeah. Or no, we did Golden Axe. We did not do Legendary Axe.
I wouldn't mind doing Legendary Axe.
Sure, I love Legendary Axe.
TurboGrafx
Good game.
Legendary Axe?
Yeah.
Yeah, good
I was
game.
just looking through Turbo games, and I was like, Legendary Axe would be fun.
That's
We
a
could
good
do
game.
Alien Crush.
Oh, that game is yeah, that's a good one too.
Well, you could do it would be
Yeah,
Alien
it's
and
pinball.
Devils,
Yeah.
both, right? It would
Yeah.
have to be both.
But Wizards and Warriors too, so we can do some Fabio stuff.
I wouldn't mind. Like, I like the original Wizards and Warriors. Like, I've never beat that game. I'd like a reason to sit down and try. Duke Nukem Time to Kill featuring Stabbing Westward. Excellent showing. Legacy of Kain, that's a classic. Driver, classic. Lunar 1, these are all PS1 games that Clearvis mentioned. Soul Reaver, that's Legacy of Kain. Those are all good ones. Let me think about that. Sidearms.
I know a game we should do for PS1.
Hold on, what was the last one you just said before I forget?
Legendary Axe.
After that, there was another one.
Oh, Alien Crush and Devil Crush.
Yeah, Alien and Devil Crush.
We should do some kind of Road Rash game, I feel like.
Just Road Rash.
Yeah.
I know a PlayStation 1 game we should do.
What one?
It's a Namco game.
Is it a fighting game?
Maybe.
Is it a sequel to a fighting game?
Oh, not Tekken, no.
Yeah, I love Tekken. We love Tekken around here. Tekken 2 especially. Yeah, Jay's Tekken 2 guy. Maybe we'll have to do that. Are you doing one per platform? Not necessarily. Not necessarily one per.
I will rip that game apart if you guys want to review it. Let's do it.
What about this? That's fine. We could consider Tekken 2. I'll put it on the list.
Ooh, Jet Moto.
What I kind of want to do is make a list of like 50 games and then just do a randomizer and have it pick like the first 20 and we do them this year.
Oh, that's a pretty good idea.
That way we get a say.
We all have to have at least one veto because
I agree.
Dude.
Or one, maybe there's one we want. Absolutely. Like if you can either have a full veto or a full on, you can use the one vote to either let something in or make sure something doesn't get in. How's that sound?
You should put Symphony of the Night on the list for the randomizer at least. It'd be nice if that just
I'll put it in there. That's a good one.
Also, you should 007 should be on there too in the like no whammies type situation.
007 GoldenEye?
Yes, I mean.
Oh man, if that thing makes the top 20, I'll put it in here. We are going to hit episode 64 soon. So we got 4 to go.
We should do a 64 game on the 64th episode.
We should actually just do an episode about the Nintendo 64.
Oh, it's just not shitting on
That's
it.
what we should do, like an hour and a half of us just shitting on the
We
64.
can.
Maybe we do. I'll put that in the list.
I mean, I'll talk about my positive experiences with it. Which
It won't take long.
Far and few between. Yeah, exactly.
Jet Moto
The
and
apologist.
Jet Moto and Road Rash, the same conversation. I thought the show couldn't get any better.
Yeah.
That's what Sean
Hey,
said.
the 3DO version of Road Rash is amazing. Soundtrack kicks ass.
Dude, all the Genesis games, and there's a PS1 version too that's good too.
So Road Rash probably gets in. I'm going to put it on the list here. I'm just writing them down. I'll make like a list and randomize them.
Road Rash as a whole, and then Skitchin as a side note.
Skitchin as an offshoot. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey, man, how else are you going to get somewhere other than holding on to the bumper of somebody's car on your skateboard?
What do you think if we had...
Skitchin. Skitchin.
What do you think about the aquatic game starring James Pond?
I don't think I'd pay more than $15 for that game.
Yeah, we're going to have a special guest, Frank Caputo, talking about aquatic games.
I wouldn't pay more than $15 for that game. Let's see. I was thinking of other PS1 games, and I had one, and I lost it. Shoot.
IntelliGcube?
Oh, no. I remember what I was going to say. I say each one of us should choose what would that be? Like the Atari 2600 generation, pick one game from that generation. Like Kaboom or something like that we could actually talk about. Yeah,
I would say Kaboom.
All of us?
Everybody pick one. I'll put Kaboom down for Jay.
Yeah.
Dig Dug.
Dig Dug. Okay.
Good call.
Pinball.
Pinball?
Yeah, why not?
For what?
What? Like the NES one?
Oh, for Atari 2600.
Yeah, isn't there?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Video pinball, and then you're like,
I mean, that's
what?
The review will go.
Is
The
there
review
one
will go
for
as follows. It's pinball.
I forgot that like Atari games were like Stick. That was the name of them. Like it's like Ghost. Oh yeah, I forgot it's called Ghost. I said Kaboom, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think mine would be possibly
Double Dragon.
I was thinking Burger Time would be a good one. Or Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you wouldn't do Donkey Kong.
Yeah, I might.
I feel like you should put Donkey Kong.
I feel like that needs to hit the list here.
I'm surprised we haven't done Donkey Kong yet.
Yeah, we should.
That probably needs to get done.
I mean, you have the arcade cabinet.
Dino Crisis was good too. I like Dino Crisis. What's this guy? Hold on. If you change your mind with Tekken,
what?
I figured that's the most I'm willing to pay. Wait, This guy wants to buy. Okay, I'm going to do something while I'm on the phone.
Oh God.
No. I'm going to sell the Polymega. Guy offered me $850 about it or for it. Let me see.
150?
$850.
Oh, at least 150. I'll give you 150.
I'm trying to find the one offer to review. Well, that's not it. So it's not here. Oh, selling. That's why I had it under buying.
Clearvis, what'd you want for the analog? If he's still on. He didn't leave, did he? No.
He's probably there.
Yeah, he's still there. He would have said he was.
I think I'm going to accept. What do you guys think? The guy was offering me $850 plus shipping for the Polymega.
I say do it. I mean,
on eBay.
What's that?
Oh, on eBay or just in general?
I couldn't hear you both talking at the same time.
Is it eBay or is it just an off?
It's eBay.
Like a private.
He's paying for shipping. Yeah, I know, but he's paying for shipping. It's fine.
You're gonna pay taxes on it too.
No, you don't.
Over 600, you do.
That's not in effect. You guys, I don't know where you guys think that's in effect. Go over.
It definitely is in effect.
In your states, it is not around here, buddy. I didn't get one.
Well, in 2024, they bumped it to 5,000.
Yeah,
for us.
All right, so I'm going to accept it. It's fine. I'm good. It's still a 50%.
Michael, I might take you up on that. Let me think about it for a little bit. But that is a good deal.
All right, I'm going to go.
Yeah, I got to get going, guys. It's
Bye.
Bye.
We'll stay on for a minute.
All right, later.
I'm going to go accept this. What do you think?
Do it and then send Clearvis $295 in my pocket.
Yeah, good call. Smart. Genius. All right, I accept. It's fine.
It's the pocket
Mr. Persistent. All right.
$850.
Your item's sold. I know, and I made money on it, and I know it is. It's a good problem to have. I'm going to message the guy while I'm sitting here. No problem. I accepted. I appreciate your interest and am just glad it's going to a good home. He said he'll pay me, so that's good. All right, there. That's handled. Yeah, the analog pocket is all. You can borrow mine until you get his. I mean, it like right now, it's just sitting there. I'm not using it that much.
I need to figure out
what kind of payment plan can you put him on there. What can we do here? What can we work out? I might go $50 a month for the next 6 months. Okay, $55. That's an extra $30. $35. Yeah, whatever works.
I say go for your worth of view card talk.
You might get it. We're working on it here. We'll talk, Clearvis.
Doing turbo stuff.
I know he'll pay me. Yeah, see, he knows.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Jay doesn't like to owe people money. I know better than anybody.
I like to normally.
I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that if like I were to pay something, you're always like, I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll trade you. What do you have? Spider-Man 2? You like Spider-Man 2? Oh, anyway,
I'll figure something out.
It's the red one, right? The clear red.
Is it clear red or is it the solid red?
No, I don't think there's a solid red. I think it's they're all there. Is there?
Yeah, they made solid.
Oh, well, let's wait.
Yeah, see solid red.
No, they didn't.
The fuck, they didn't. It's right here. I just looked it up.
I don't think so.
Well, Clearvis has a solid red one.
Clearvis is clearly wrong. You can see right through that.
Oh my god!
It's transparent, just like this joke.
You're terrible. That's a terrible joke.
See, he got it. See what I did there? Yeah, everybody else is tuned in.
Don't egg him on.
All right, we got a pretty good list.
I'm excited that he's going to be at Midwest.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
oh man,
he said he's already hotel room and everything.
I
so
saw
he's good.
Locked in. It's done deal.
You know, Sean will be there. Tiger Wolf, you need to go, dude. I know it's a hike, but you need to go.
Yeah, it's probably worth it. A lot more. We need more Hue cards. What other Hue cards can we get? Newtopia. I kind of want to put Newtopia on this list. I think that's a good one. We could at least put it in the blender and see if it comes out. Newtopia is good.
You should.
That was weird.
I don't know what that was.
Parasol Stars. Good. That's yeah, that's a good one. I'm trying to go through them in my head. I have like Boxy Boy or whatever it is. The games I have on my shelf. Arrow Blasters.
Isn't Blazing Lasers a Hue card?
Blazing Lasers is awesome. That probably. Did we do Blazing Lasers? I know we did R-Type.
We did R-Type.
Blazing
I don't
Lasers.
think we
would be-
did
Dragon
Blazing
Spirit's good too. I'm gonna put
Dragon
Blazing
Spirit's a
Lasers.
good one.
Blazing Lasers is going on the list. Yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh. Clearvis, I might have a lead on a analog turbo.
Yeah, you need an analog duo.
Hey.
Huh? You know anybody needs a duo?
Then I'll just be in debt to you for the rest of my fucking life.
Yeah. I got a Dragon Spirit. That's right. You did. You got Dragon Spirit for me. I already have one. Well, what color is it? Is it the gray or is it the white?
You have more than one TV, don't you?
Yeah. How would you play it in 2 rooms at once?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you need a matching pair. I have a duo, and I don't think I'm going to use it. I like it, but I have a regular duo that's modded, and I just use it. Like it's RGB modded. It's hooked up to the PVM switch. Yeah, I didn't open mine either, and then I did, and I was like, it's fine. But I'm like, I might as well just play it on my TV. You know,
Well,
like
that and you got a duo. You've got a regular turbo.
oh yeah,
You've got a mini.
I have a
How many?
the Express.
Yeah. How many expresses do you have? Oh, you just have one now. Didn't you have 2? No, you.
Yeah, I sold one. I had 2. Remember, I had one modded, one unmodded, and I sold the one to Mark when I went for the stadium events.
That's right. Yeah.
That was part of this. Like when we talk about stadium events and the amount of money I spent, man, so much of that stuff, almost all that money came from either flipping Super Famicom games or selling stuff out of my collection. Where it's like, oh, I have 2 Turbo Expresses. I'll just sell one. Like, yeah, nothing to it, Duh. Anyway, let's see. Somebody's messaging me in the Lost Joystick here. Let's see. Oh, it's Tiger Wolf. Is Twitch... The recording that is just posted to the stream looks fine. Is Twitch just being dumb right now? Guess stuff like this happens when you fire all of your engineers. So it was the stream was actually pushed up to the thing, it sounds like, but it was not broadcasting to everybody. That's weird. Oh. Yeah, we probably should wrap up. What do you think?
Yeah.
It's almost midnight here.
Oh God, I gotta be to work at like 8.
You suck. The only analog system I don't have is the Mini NT. I didn't get any of the early ones again because I'm like, Genesis is already RGB. I don't want to play them on that TV. I think that's part of my problem.
I wanted a mini NT.
You want the super?
Yeah, I wanted the
NT.
super NT, but then I thought about it. I got a one chip. Was that from Kyle or yours?
You probably owe Kyle for that, is my guess.
I don't remember.
I gave it to you, but I think it might have been Kyle's, but he wouldn't care anyway. So
I got a one chip I cleaned up, and I've actually got an old plasma in my game room, so it's fine. Like I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
Where I don't need to upconvert with an analog.
I honestly feel good about like all the old stuff I have. So I'm like, I don't really care about the modern consoles. Like that Polymega, cool.
Yeah.
If they're gonna make more, maybe I'll buy one someday and buy it. I'll buy it for $500 again or something. But if someone wants to give me $850 for it, I just let him. Fine by me. Hopefully he pays me like he said he would.
Yeah, isn't the mini NT slot like sloppy as all get out?
No, isn't it? I think it's too tight.
I thought.
Or no,
it, was
it jars. Like
yeah, I thought
it's
it was
easily
like
jarred.
sloppy.
Yeah.
Clearvis just said the cartridge slot's kind of crap.
I remember like Retro Gym Miner did that video where he talked about how he like the light breeze like would lock the game up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was too wobbly. Yeah, he had to put like a spacer in it or something or whatever it was. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have my pineapple high C. That's fantastic.
Pineapple high C.
That's good.
All right, it's time to go to bed.
It is. I think I need to stop our Mega Man tape over here. By the way.
Yeah, it keeps rewinding and playing.
I do love the fact that we had our own stream running as we streamed over in the corner.
Yeah, too bad everybody couldn't see it.
Oh, that's fine. They'll watch it when they watch it later.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Cool. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for showing up. And I'm sure we'll all talk soon.
We will.
Clearvis, I'll probably try to give you a call tomorrow if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to. I got a kind of a busy day. But I might give you a ring. We'll see what's up.
I'll let you know either way about that pocket, too.
Yeah. Thank you for everything, and thanks Tiger Wolf for we're glad to be back here. So awesome. Talk to you guys soon.
See you guys.